mission, you know.
Say it again.
The mission.
Mission of a king.
The mission. The mission. Ethiopia, yes. The Western world, no. Black and beautiful is the way to go. Selassie, yeah. Rastafari. Majesty.
This is the original Chronics, and we are saying more love will lay upon the mission, which is the right decision. East, Jalo.
So King Emmanuel's mission continues.
French history says 20 million people were shipped to America from West Africa. By the way, in connection, 6 million out of 20, they pass away. But, Jango, jël sa sac nga ñibi. Waaw. Lo may doy. Demoon jàngi gaawal. Gaawal. Dama dox.
But of course, it's a lot of people, 20 million. But Mr. Job say they less the number, and minimum it's 300 million people. We have big difference from 20 to 300. But the official history is going to be the reaper, and we believe Mr. Job. From here, we know by French, every 3 months, 28 boats go to America, 350 people each one. During 400 years, just from Gorée, between 15 to 16 million people they transit. And lot of islands like this one, from Dakar to Cape Town. And to really believe Mr. Job, we can do the opposite to the Holocaust. Holocaust during 10 years, 6 million people died. Every 10 years equal at 6 million from West Africa. During 4 centuries, just people who died, they are 240 million. Will be possible, or the 200 million arrived well to America, we join the numbers, it look like 500 million people. That's why from here, for us, it's easy to believe Mr. Job. It used to be a botanic garden by a French one, just experimenting medicine by the tree. Tree was collected from West Africa, Madagascar, and southern part of America. One of them called today the Moringa tree. It's the magic one. It comes from Jamaica. Like the opposite of the baobab tree. We're gonna see the baobab tree, a so important tree for us. And his opposite come from Jamaica also. Very good to give you diarrhea. You know, baobab do the opposite. It stops diarrhea. But when we see the sablier, we use the seed. And when we get constipation, we took this one. Very good. They are volcanic, the rocks, the black rocks. And the old house was made by them. The origin of the island is volcano. Do you been to the monument of the sun in Dakar? Down the monument, there are the volcano. John of saying, we are saying, last eruption look like 30 million years. Show you the yellow one here. It look like a boat.
Yes.
Like the black one behind. You'll see house like that. When young girls they get pregnant by the kids, it's where they live when they are free with the magistrate. They live upstairs, and downstairs they use like a captivity, like a prison. That's why you see this. What you see here, it's just ventilation, and each one is a cell for men.
by 6, the cell sizes. One ventilation, 40 people in. But today, it's Monday, the museum are not open. Because you see from outside, you see the museum, the last slave house by Dutch on the island at 1776. First one, they are Portuguese, 1536. And we know they start slavery at 1435. But between 1435 and 1536, no house like this, no prison where they can select them. The reason is, during that time, it was illegal, this business. But 1536, it's the year when Philip II, the king of Spain, do the law legalizing this. That's why they start to build houses like this one, where they can select them, just to don't lost money. You know, if they bring them to America and cannot sell them, they just lost money. Same if they bring them back where they was kept. That's why from here, they select the most stronger one. Invalid, weaker one, they just throw them into the sea. And if some people from here, they pass away, normally when boat they go, they don't go full. But who died from here was replaced by another one. That's why when boat they go full. And that's why every time they need captive. You know, when ancestors arrived to America, maximum they live there 15 years, maximum. And they pass away by the condition. That's why they need every time to get workers, captive. And from here, it's the second reason why we don't believe ancestors on that time they caused alcohol or something like that. When they already prepared people and present them between the stairs to be sold like a market, upstairs, buyers and sellers, they all are Europeans, not African. We don't know how they cost here. But British say to America, a most stronger guy, it's between 8 to 12 livres sterling, meaning today 1,300 euro. But from here we don't know how they cost. But we know they never cost alcohol. You know, like when we talk the history of Africa, it starts by slavery. This is not the beginning for us. That's why people have to know what happened here before. Before Europeans' arrival, it was not the jungle. And Africa was organized in 10 kingdoms. At 1886 in Germany, they do the borders and share it Africa, and we passed to 54 countries. That's why after DNA tests, Afro-Americans cannot know where they are from. Reason is when they do the test, they want to know if they are from Senegal, Mali, or Burkina, or these areas never exist. Like today, the 25 West African French territories was included in Mandinka Empire. And Sunjata Keita, it's who do the Mandinka Empire at 1235. And at 1235, Sunjata Keita do the African Right Watch, like today the Human Right Watch. 200 years before Europeans' arrival. It's when Africans meet European, they became oral people. Before that, we wrote in our own language. And the chart, he made it 200 years before them arrivals. He made it in Ko language. Ko today, it's a Bambara language. See?
And they reverse that. It seems like you see Africans are only oral before that.
Yeah.
But they kind of flip it around versus
Yes.
they were written. So it seems like it's, we only spoke by the language.
Yes, but no one have to write. That's why Portuguese know if I want to install my system and control them, I have to break them system first. That's why they say no, during the tribe fight, they kept the prisoner and sell them like a slave. Not true. It's when we meet them, we start to have tribes trouble. It's Europeans who give guns to someone and they're gonna capture them brothers, just like a payment for them. You see? But this is not Africa. before we look, like Islam arrived here 10 centuries. Why they don't enslave us? You know, just to say we are not responsible, they say, no, from East Arab was there 7 centuries and do that. But which Arab?
Great question. Turkish
The
colony.
Arabs knights from the Arab knights from the Chris order from Jerusalem, Rhodesia and Maltese. And still now their office is here. And we're gonna see someone called Mr. Blaise Diagne. The airport was named after him. He was born in their descendant house. It explains reason why he passed by different steps to become to become MP in French Parliament.
MP means what?
Deputy, member of parliament. Like he was born here, we're gonna see where, Muslim, and was named Galai. At 12 before school, he became Catholic and get name like Blaise. But to be member of the parliament, he integrates a masonry lodge of France called Grand Orient.
And what day is that?
It's the office for the Freemason.
Date.
Yeah.
Date time
The
period.
Illuminati, the Templars. Yeah. Templars. Yes, like 7 centuries, they are from east of Africa. But from here, the first French knight arrived at 1752. He was called Mr. Boufflers. And his descendants, up to now, they are here. We call them Crespin. Crespin, it's a French name.
Yeah.
See? And that's why Mr. Blaise Diagne, up to now, like he passed away at 1934. But 34 to now, he's outside the cemetery in Dakar, not in the cemetery. People know he's a Freemason. That's why Catholic and Muslim don't accept him in them cemetery. See the Baobab tree, the African symbol. And Baobab, it's the French name. The local name here, it's a gooey. And the fruit, it's a gooey, not monkey bread. By the late Senegalese moms do a powder we call lalo. We mix the couscous for easy digestion. And never you'll see baobab wood. It's hollow, fibers, and water. It's empty. Like what you see at the top. Look here, you see? It's just fibers. And that's why when he's 1,000 years, naturally he get a hole. And my tribes called Sere, they use it like a cemetery for storytellers, our griots. Like for us, when we bury them in the tree, it's just the way to keep safe African memory and get a library.
Real.
Yes, and when we need to know which sacrifice we have to do, we have shaman called Saltige. They're gonna talk to ancestors' spirit in the tree, and we'll know the sacrifice we have to do. Technique they call today telepathy. It became in Haiti or Benin the voodoo. Just depend what you do by the knowledge. From Senegal, still now, Senegalese fishermen called lebo, around the tree, they use like hospital. And therapy we do, we call ndop. Ndop means exorcist. We still use present day. You see the crossroad, at both sides you'll see the ocean. 300 meters by 900 meters long, 16 hectares, 1,800 people live permanently in harmony, Catholic and Muslim. A lot of mixed family on the island. Electricity and water, they come from Dakar by pipes down the sea, 1907. The reason is the plague epidemic at 1878 by the rainwater. That's why early from Dakar they bring. And Gorée, on that time, is the capital of West African French territories. From this island, a governor controlled the 25 West African French territories. And that's why Gorée get vested buildings, people they can see. That's why the famous doorway of no return. Yes, the Moringa.
Yes.
Today I call the door of return.
Right.
The reason is he's the opportunity to see where they were shipped to America. And you know, when they abolished slavery at 1848, they want to hide this horror. That's why from Dakar to Mozambique, they broke all the coast. Gorée get building like them. The reason is he used to be them capital.
Gorée Ru.
But today it's a quiet island, peacefully one, where people live in harmony.
How many? What's the population? Population.
1800.
The population here.
1800.
Okay.
And Mr. Blessjane was born in this house. Crespin house.
I did
Yes.
How did Senegal become almost 90+%?
Yes, but before 1886, Senegal don't exist. Just include in Mandinka Empire. And from here,
The region.
yes,
Let's just say the region.
we come from, someone say Senegalese people come from Egypt.
Egypt, yeah.
But they just do the way back. You see, ancestors, they go and install Egypt. But when the Arabic,
Further over there.
yes, when Arabic, Greek, they come and broke the things, do the coup, and replace the black pharaoh by white pharaoh, black people called to the Nubians, they start the way back to come back home. You see? Yeah. That's why it's good to see the books of Mr. Cheikh Anta Diop called Civilization or Barbarian, and the second one, Negro Nations and Culture. But Negro and nations, they are a lot. To say all nation one time used to be Negro, but not 15th centuries. 15th centuries, when we meet Europeans, we are not Negro in Africa. We was free, civilized people in organized society, you see. But like if I say Negro, we think black. It never mean black. Primitive. Let's discover this technique here. Yes, he's my reference. Yep. And if we follow him, we don't just gonna be independent. We don't need to be independent. We need to be sovereign.
You know the question. I'm gonna ask you. I ain't gonna ask you.
Yeah,
right
after.
now.
No problem.
You know what I'm gonna ask you.
Nice. They're gonna present the sand. They use natural color of sand to do what you see here.
Hey.
See the process.
Okay.
Take a video.
Hello guys, how are you? So the white sand from Sali Beach, the small coast of Senegal. This one is from the Pink Lake, it's 40 miles close to Dakar. This one from Casamance, southern part of Senegal, Cap Skirring Beach. This is from Gorée Island, it's near the beach of Gorée. This is from center part of Senegal, Saloum Islands. This one from center part of, Saloum Islands, you see. We get this one from Sahara Desert, you see. This is from Lompoul, it's northern part of Senegal, Lompoul Desert. This one from the small desert of Ténéré, Burkina Faso, Niger, Algeria. And the black one is in Dakar. It's a volcanic sand near the big monument, the Renaissance monument from Dakar. And as glue, we're using the sap from the baobab mixed with Arabic gum from acacia tree. So the artist is going to show you how the paintings are made. It's the most interesting part. Look very carefully here. You can take photo, video, it's allowed. After the design, you start putting the sand from the darkest colors to the lightest one. This is the opposite of the painting art, from dark to light. And after we'll see if it's nice, we give him applause, right? If it's not nice, you toss the sand to his face. It's almost done. Ready for the magic? 1, 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Get it?
Yeah.
This is a demonstration. All the paintings are made like the same process. So now to make it dry, you just take it to the sun. 10 to 15 minutes, you can touch. It doesn't come out. It's very strong. Just no water on it. Just don't put it in your swimming pool.
I'll take requests.
Yeah. That was demonstration. Even so, if you want to buy one as souvenir, the small size, they're 5,000. These are 10,000. The big size for 20,000. You can also customize it. Like put your name, Gorée 2020.
Can we get a custom art piece? Is it bigger?
Yeah, bigger, even the biggest one, you can customize it.
Oh, I was saying, what's the biggest?
The biggest, the bigger one.
Bigger.
The bigger. For now, it's only this one.
Oh.
But we can have like 2 of these, 120. This is 6.
To her friend and explain her condition in a polygamous house.
Her husband is called Modu.
Modu.
Like
It's
how
so
he treats her,
interesting.
Very interesting.
You see?
Like I said,
But for me, it's just the way for French to say to our sisters, smart one, don't accept polygamy. But our sisters, they think, no, if you are polygam, you don't respect me. Why being polygam? But they don't see, for Europeans, to against that, it's the way to less us. You know, they know if we are together, we are powerful. And during 4 centuries, they cannot erase black people in the world. And they think reason it's polygamy. But before Islam, we was polygamy. We need a lot of hand. We need workers. But not today. We need smart people. You see? But that's why I don't agree to this book. And the school also, I don't agree. But everybody want her daughter here without me. But, you know, they are the cream, like the best of the best in whole Senegal.
Really?
Selected every year.
So they do a good job.
Yes,
Yeah.
after 2 exams. And like first exam, like pre-selection, minimum you have to get 16 out of 20.
Hey.
150 young girls pass a second exam, just 10% they keep from whole Senegal every year. After bachelor, right here.
Oh, wow.
We have same one for boys in St. Louis. But after bachelor, university, it's US, UK, Canada, or France. But after university, 90% they stay there, they don't back home.
Oh.
Yeah, reason is when we go to school, the objective, it's to get money.
Not to build.
Be graduate and have a job. There they get better condition. Of course they stay there. And they want to look like them. But look, the 10% who back home, they became someone here and get the signature. It's who do the better contract for Total, for Orange, for them industry. This is the way how they still control 90% of the economy. You see? And this is just the continuation. We're gonna see an old school from here by French government between 1913 to 37, where they prepare people who finally at 1960 in West African French territories, all of them became president at home.
Hey.
They was trained here, like Mr. Houphouët-Boigny from Ivory Coast, Modibo Keita from Mali, from Benin, from Niger, from Togo, all of them start here and at 60 became president. Or black governor called president. He was trained. Yeah, that's why they still keep the system. But when people, they go back to them school and became really Africans, this system, they're gonna break. And that's why we need the black diaspora. Black diaspora have to back home. Like from here, our president, they say, no, Europeans, US, you have to transfer the technology. But it's not the white people who are gonna do that for us. It's the black diaspora from everywhere in the world. They get the knowledge, they've been to them school and get the technology. If they back home, they're gonna bring them. Look, Africa, Africa can get 9 billion people in Africa. We are just 1 and something. Africa is much bigger. If you join US, Asia, and Europe, you can include them in Africa. We have arable land. We have rivers, rain time. Our people, 70%, they are less than 25 years. But why what we eat, it comes from outside? How we can explain that?
Colonial master, man. Kitty paw.
What happened with Baba Karumbu? Noir cramé. Munuloko brainwash.
British, they say
Enraciné. Enraciné. Formaté intellectuel.
Oh, okay.
Peut-être qu'il y a que nous pouvons expliquer.
So he says the word khamit in Wolof is like when something is burnt, like black burnt, so black, so that's where it comes from. And if someone, you consider them like Kemet from Egypt, they're black, but they're not, the intellect is not really African. So someone needs to be Kemet, like the Egyptian one, and Khamit, like your mental also has to align with both. So that your blackness, like that's for the betterment of black people, not just you're black, you look black, but you're not actually. Yeah.
And Khamit, they are proud.
Yeah, for both. Merci, monsieur.
Yeah, the most older Catholic church in Senegal, 1830 by Frank. And it's where the Pope, John Paul II, celebrated Mass for ancestors to rest in peace at 1992. That's why his visit was memorable. And after the Mass, he asked for forgiveness. And Mr. Njai answered, of course, we can forgive, but we can't forget. It's for memory. The Templars. Wow. The Maltese order.
Templars. Let them set themselves in Africa.
What is it?
The mission, Ethiopia, yes, the Western world now. Black and beautiful is the way to go. Selassie, yeah, Rastafari.